Hi. So I feel the need to address a post that I did the other day because I've gotten all these messages, I think, about people who are either worried about me or just curious because we all like a good dramatic story. So anyway, I posted the other day that I was taking a self-defense class and also that I am going to find out about getting my CWP. That would be a concealed weapons permit because of something scary that had happened. So anyway, I'm going to tell you the scary thing that happened and then my thoughts about it after that. Last weekend, we went to the mountains with some friends. We go to the mountains. It's my happy place. It's where I love the most. And my girlfriend and I went for a walk way back in the woods. And when I say like way back in the woods, I mean way back in the woods, like rural Appalachia. And so we'd been sitting on the porch like all day, just drinking coffee and whatever. And we finally were like, we should get up and move. That would be a good thing. So we decided to go for a walk. Well, we were leaving, and then our husbands were like, oh, hey, take the dog, and here's the walkie-talkie just so we know where y'all are. So we take the dog. I have a 170-pound English Mastiff, and so we took him with us, and we took the walkie-talkie, and then we just went on a walk, and it was so nice, and we were walking in the mountains, and we decided to walk on this old logging road that is beautiful way back in there. I've never been super far back on it, but it's really pretty, and it's this old abandoned logging road way back in Appalachia. So my girlfriend has on her Fitbit, and we're like 2 miles back in the middle of nowhere, and it was beautiful. It was in the middle of the woods, and it was getting to these different sections where like we could look out and see really far, and then we got so far back in the woods and in the mountains that it was like just tree cover everywhere, when it almost even starts to get dark, even though it's winter and there's no leaves on the trees. So like we're going back, and we finally get to this point where we're like in the deep dark wood. Made me think of this book, The Gruffalo. Have you ever read The Gruffalo? It starts out like this. It says, a mouse went for a walk in the deep dark wood, and a fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Anyway, that's kind of how it was. Me and my friend walking in the deep dark wood. And so we get to this point where I don't know why, all of a sudden it felt scary to me. I think it was the Lord just telling me. So it all of a sudden felt scary, and I look at my girlfriend and she looks at me, and at the same time we're like, want to turn around? So we turned around, and y'all, there was this car. It was this like little Suzuki Sidekick thing that was about 30 yards behind us, and we did not hear it coming, which is weird because we're on a logging road. It's like this dirt road kind of situation, and way back in the mountains like that, we can hear cars coming for like a mile. So we're pretty sure that this car was following us for probably at least 3/4 of a mile, slow enough and quiet enough that we did not hear it, and they were 30 yards behind us. So we turn around, and there's this car, and we like look straight at it, and there's these two guys that were in it, probably close to our age, and I mean, not to be judgmental, but y'all, they were shady. They were shady, and this is back on this road in the middle of nowhere. So we both got kind of scared, and so I said to my friend, hey, radio our husbands and tell them where we are. We're 2 miles back on the logging road so that they know where we are. And then I had my giant dog, our English Mastiff, on the leash. And so I'd heard one time before that like you're supposed to, if you're ever in a situation that you feel uncomfortable, that you're supposed to look directly at the person and directly address them. And so I look at these guys and I was like, hey. And then I kind of grab my dog tighter, like, you know, I'm holding him back or something. And she's radioing her husbands, and she says, we're being approached by 2 men and a silver Sidekick. We're 2 miles back on the logging road, and so they can hear her say, you know, where we are. And they stop the car. They stop the car and get ready to get out. And then I guess he looks down and he sees my dog, my giant Mastiff dog. And he goes, whoa. And then he doesn't get out, and we keep walking. We didn't change our pace or anything, but we kept walking. and walked past until we turned around the bend. And then we both stopped to be able to listen to make sure that they started driving off and driving away from us instead of towards us. And y'all, like, we're back in the mountains, and the mountain went way far up on one side and way down on the other. So there was not even anywhere for us to run if we had been, like, accosted or whatever. And it was probably the most vulnerable I've ever felt. I've been in foreign countries where I felt uncomfortable. I mean, I've been in places that don't feel comfortable, but I've never felt so exposed, and I've never felt so unprepared in case something bad happened. I'm pretty sure my dog would have bitten someone's head off, which is maybe why they stayed in the car. But y'all, these guys, like, did not have good intentions with us. And we could tell, you know, trust your gut, trust your gut. So anyway, I came back and I thought, I don't ever want to be in that situation again. I'm a smart person. I'm a good citizen. I'm pretty much of a rule follower. Speed a little bit. Maybe don't come to a complete rolling stop at a stop sign, but I need to learn more than I know. So I signed up for self-defense class. I'm starting that soon. And I'm sitting in the parking lot at the Palmetto State Armory. And I just signed up to take a class to learn how to shoot guns tomorrow. This is not a place to have a commentary on guns. You know, we have the right to bear arms. I think you have the right to responsibly bear arms. So I'm going to take a class. And then I'm going to take a class and I'm going to learn about the laws and I'm going to learn about the rules. But nobody's going to find me way back in the woods again. I'm prepared. So I invited several of my girlfriends. If you live in or near Greenville, South Carolina, and you would like to take a self-defense class, come and join me. Send me a message. I'll tell you where it is. You can go to carolinakarate.net, and there is a place under programs where you can sign up to take self-defense classes. It's $40 for 4 classes. And then you can keep going if you want. If you want to be super hardcore, then you can get your black belt. Then you can do whatever you want, and you can be a ninja. So anyway, I just wanted to share all of this for a few reasons. One, I believe in the power of women, but don't find yourself powerless. And I think for so much of my life, like, I walked around thinking, I should take a self-defense class sometime. And it's one of those things that you kind of put off because you think, I should do that sometime. And then maybe you find yourself in a situation like I did where you wish that you'd already done it. So I'm just going to say right now, go take a self-defense class, because the time that you're going to need it, you're not going to be expecting it. So, or if you find yourself in the deep dark wood and you're the mouse and a fox thinks you look good, you want to be ready. So this is my thoughts for today. I am fine. My girlfriend is fine. I was probably more scared about it that night when I laid in the bed and thought about it, because we really were way back in the middle of nowhere. And then someone said to me, when they asked about it, I got a bunch of texts and messages like, are you okay? What happened? Said, well, I bet you'll never go back there again. And I said, yes, I will. I'll just be hardcore and packing heat. So don't be afraid of doing the thing in your life. Just be prepared.